Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia the vice president said Oman Ghana mu yenim no or vice president ɛwɔ Oman Ghana mu ɔsan so presidential aspirant the the new patriotic party ɔhwɛ ne mu sɛ party mpanifo betimi ato no so about going into the super delegate conference of the NPP and then subsequently the general elections, and also before the general elections, the main premise so on 4th November. And also according to NPP in Shishaya, super delegate conference, number 5, the Kika and one I'm a deputy majority chief whip, and I feel a member of parliament for Toulon, Habib, Iddrisu so Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia, the out of the 10 candidates contest on Odigidisi Ubia with the capacity to lead the party, but then on one shim no shim year, just about Bawumia and the right candidate also say, Yamana Kwenya Abetimi Abetene, the fortunes of the country na Niametimi, so the Nichimu a Citi FM, so I witness news, I also was Citi FM, so a hold on the Nichia or the sound same way at the Equatoria.
In fact, is the pro-NPP MPs who are for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in the 5 northern regions, and then other businessmen and chiefs. We had a meeting today, and we have come to the conclusion that expenditure with the Super Delegates Conference that come off on Saturday, that has to do with transportation, that has to do with water and other logistics. We will actually be able to take it on behalf of the Vice President. There is no budget put aside to mention a figure, but we have just come to that conclusion that this is what we are going to do as part of our help to be able to help the Vice President to as he participates in this Super Delegates Conference, so that he can divert his attention to other regions he has to send his resources to. But we in the 5 northern regions have agreed and said that this is what we are going to do.
I'm surprised you say you don't have a budget for this. So how about if, or is it a case that you have a stash of money somewhere which you are sure will not be exhausted? Because it's very likely that you could get overwhelmed. And so if you get overwhelmed and you run out of cash, that'll be problematic. So there should be a budget to this.
Like when you realize the electoral college for this election is limited. For example, if you come to the northern region, we have about 51 people who will be voting in this election. And if you go to upper northeast region, they have about 36 or 30 people. You go to the upper east region, they have about 36. The numbers is not more than 40 in any region. So you put it together, it's not a number that we have actually not been able to take off. Like I said, we haven't put in a figure to tell you that it is 100 Ghana cedi or 200 Ghana. But no matter what it's going to take, we have taken it upon ourselves. And it's MPs and among us, we have ministers, we have businessmen, we have contractors doing different kind of business, we have chiefs and other people who are all part of us. And they have all agreed that the cost that is going to be involved in this Super Delegates Conference, we are going to take it. Because looking at where the Vice President is coming from and the kind of work that he has done and the participation in this election, it is for us to be able to support him so that he can divert his attention to other regions rather than concentrating on us, because we are very convinced that he is very competent to lead the party. We are very convinced that he is the best person to be able to lead us to greater aid. And this is the little token that we can also do to be able to help him.
Very, very well. You said chiefs are also part of you. Chiefs are funding active politics, which is actually against the law.
I don't know whether you are going to call it funding active party politics. Like I said, we had a meeting. We include businessmen, chiefs, and other things. We sit down and we say that this is what we are going to do, but not necessarily coming to say that we are going to fund a political party. It's two different things.
But it comes with money. That's why I was talking about budget. I mean,
so when we say money, for instance, we said that the cost of transportation, assuming I am a businessman and I have a bus standing somewhere, and we have to bring delegates from somewhere, I can give it out. Assuming I'm selling water, we need water for the delegates, I can also give it out. Assuming I'm selling food, and I can also decide to say, okay, then like I said, it's limited number. Northern region, for instance, 50 of us. Okay, I'll give the 50 people food. And I'm very sure that you yourself can be able to give us 50. If you are, if the hand is extended to you, even though you are a journalist, you can also be able to help us.
I see. But others think that this is just a way of getting some publicity because, for example, Northern Region, you see, you are not more than 50 delegates going to vote in this. And these are super delegates. These are founding members of the party. These are former ministers or ministers in the region. These are MPs. These are well-to-do or successful party people who don't need any motivation to come and vote. So, in the end, you may not even expend anything at all. So, it's just a way of catching attention and promoting Bawumia as if you're doing something big.
That is far from right. Far from right. Every election is an election, irrespective of how you are going to end it. If you want to even extend it, even when you are going during national election, people are still being aided, given water to drink, given transportation. It doesn't mean that those people cannot afford it. The most important thing and the reasoning around this is for us to be able to help and for us to show concern and for us to be able to contribute our quota to make sure that the right person that we think who can lead the MPP towards victory 2024. We are very convinced, beyond reasonable doubt, that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the best person to pitch on Mahama in 2024 election, and we want to be part of the process that will lead to his election and subsequently towards the 2024 general election. So it is far from the truth if somebody is going to make the assertion that it is just for publicity sake. But actually, that is exactly what you are going to do. You can monitor and see what actually is going to happen on that day. We are not talking to the vice president to tell him that, oh, if you want to even send resources anywhere, not northern region, we are ready to take it upon ourselves to make sure that we deliver the region for him.
Very well. So how many MPs are you doing this?
So if you look at the northern region, 5 northern region, we have 20 MPs. And that's what I said. Among the 20 MPs, those of us who are pro Dr. Bawumia, we are 19 of us. And
so only one is not pro Bawumia. So who is that one?
I don't know.
You know the 19 who are pro Bawumia, but the single one who is not.
I know that 19 of us are pro Bawumia.
But the single one you do not know.
I don't know his name.
But you know his constituency. You are the majority chief whip or deputy. So you should know. You should know. You couldn't whip this one in line. You couldn't whip this one person in line.
No, you see, 19 of us have agreed. And we have, including some businessmen, including some of our regional chairmen and other things. We have all come together. And that is the decision that we have taken to be able to do. So out of the MPs who are pro Bawumia, we were part of the decision.
I see. I'm just disappointed that as deputy whip, you couldn't whip this one person in line to join the
I will be invited to this conversation.
Very well. But do you have any projection in terms of what percentage Dr. Bawumia will get by the end of Saturday?
If you ask me by regional basis in the 5 northern region, I should be able to tell you. But I'm very confident that if you ask me in the northern region, I'm very positive that the vice president will get over 90%. If you ask me about Northeast region, where the vice president is from, I am very confident that he can get 100% from that region. You ask me about Upper East region, I'm very positive that he can get close to 90% or more. You ask me about Savannah region, I'm positive that he will get more than 90%. You ask me about Upper West region, I can tell you confident that I'm convinced that he will be able to get over 90%. He is getting all these figures because he has done a lot. He has sacrificed a lot. He is very experienced and he is the best person to lead our party. So party holders, constituency chairman, regional executives, MPs, founding members and members of National Council will not make a mistake to elect somebody who cannot lead us for us to execute the campaign that we are going to face the NDC in 2024.
Very well. I'm curious to know what you think about this. I mean, what people have said. They said people think that, for example, if one candidate is able to get beyond a certain threshold, maybe 80% or 90% in the super delegates election, I mean, the rest of the guys, including the party, should find a way of avoiding the next election so they all coalesce around him to ensure party cohesion, etc. What do you think about this?
Yeah, if you ask my opinion, I have said elsewhere that even though it is a decision of our party that when they go for the election, the first 5 people who get the vote should be part of the next batch. But I was even thinking that they should have even put a percentage to it, because some people might even get 2, 3, 4%, but if they are able to be part of the 5, then they will be able to proceed. So if actually the National Council, our elders of the party think that at the end of the 26th, if somebody is able to have a higher number and the rest can be able to understand can say that let's rally behind him. Why not? It is also a form of democracy. Consensus building is part of democracy. So,
and in somewhere a year honorable Habib Deputy Majority Chief Whip, Member of Parliament for Toulon constituency, Habib Iddrisu, and somewhere or the Etuja Munchiremuna, na yede asomono.